Good morning student. Previous class I discussed about the definition of redox reaction, types of redox reaction. Next I discussed about the oxidation number and also I discussed some rules for the calculation of oxidation number. Now I am going to discuss about the balancing of redox reaction. There are different methods for the balancing of a chemical reaction. For redox reaction, generally we think about two methods. Number one method is balancing of redox reaction by oxidation number method. Second method is ion electron method. At first I want to discuss about the oxidation number method. For the balancing of redox reaction by oxidation number method, generally we follow some rules. Now I am going to discuss these rules by an example. Suppose take an example. Balance the ionic equation in the acidic medium by oxidation number method. The ionic equation is MnO4 minus plus H2S gives S plus Mn plus 2. Our aim to balance this ionic equation by oxidation number method. For balancing this ionic equation, we generally follow some steps. Step number one is, at first write the skeletal of the equation. Write the skeletal of the equation means write this equation giving some space in between the atoms. That means I can write the equation like this: MnO4 minus, this is your plus sign. Next I can write H2S gives S plus Mn plus 2. Write the skeletal of this equation means keep some space in between the atoms and ions. This is your step number 1. Next follow the step number 2. In step number 2, it is bound to find out the oxidation number of each atom or ions. So I can write the step number 2 like this: MnO4 minus plus H2S gives S plus Mn plus 2. In MnO4 minus, the oxidation number of Mn is plus 7. Here the oxidation number of oxygen is minus 2. Here the oxidation number of hydrogen is plus 1. Here the oxidation number of sulfur in H2S is minus 2. Here the oxidation number of sulfur is 0. Here the oxidation number of Mn plus 2 is plus 2. In step number 3, identify those elements whose oxidation number changes. Among these elements, select the elements whose oxidation number changes. So in step number 3, it is bound to identify the elements whose oxidation number changes. Look at that, here manganese having oxidation number +7, here manganese having oxidation number +2. That means the oxidation number of manganese undergoes changes. So it is bound to select this element. Next is your oxygen. Look at that. In reactant side, the oxygen having oxidation number -2, but in product side there is no oxygen atom is present, so we cannot think that your oxygen atom undergoes change in oxidation state. Next atom is your hydrogen. Your hydrogen having oxidation number +1. In product side there is no hydrogen atom, so do not think about the hydrogen atom for the change of the oxidation number. Next is your sulfur. Your sulfur having oxidation number -2, but in product side the oxidation number of sulfur is 0. That means your sulfur atom undergoes change in their oxidation number. So in step number 3 we can select two atoms. One is your manganese, another is your sulfur, whose oxidation number undergoes changes. I can write the step number 3 like this: Mn plus 7 O4 minus plus H2S gives S plus Mn plus 2. Here the oxidation number of oxygen is -2, here hydrogen having +1, here -2, here sulfur having 0, manganese having +2. I can give a mark like this. Here manganese undergoes change in oxidation number, like that. Here also I can write a mark like this. Here sulfur atom undergoes change in oxidation number. Look at that, here the oxidation number of manganese is +7, here the oxidation number of Mn +2 is +2. That means there is a change in 5 units for one manganese atom. So here I can write decrease by 5 for one atom. Here oxidation number of manganese is +7, here oxidation number of Mn +2 is +2. That means there is a decrease of 5 units for one atom. Similarly, here I can write increase by 2 for one atom. That means we can think that here -2, here 0. That means there is an increase. So here I can write increase by 2 for one atom. Next step is step number 5. In step number 5, equate the increase in oxidation number with the decrease in oxidation number. That means in this step it is bound to equal the increase of oxidation number with the decrease of oxidation number. Look at that, here the oxidation number decreases by 5 units. Here the oxidation number increases by 2 units. We can equalize by multiplying 5 with this 2, and also I can multiply 2 with this 5. That means it is bound to multiply 5 here, and it is bound to multiply 2 here. That means here I can write into 5, here I can write into 2. In step number 5, write 5 here, write 2 here. That means I can write the equation like this: Mn O4 minus Next step number 6 is balance of the atom except hydrogen and oxygen atom. In step number 5, the equation is given like this: 2MnO4 minus plus 5H2S gives S plus Mn plus 2. In step number 6, it is bound to balance the other atom except hydrogen and oxygen. Look at that, here manganese is present. There are 2 manganese is present. Here only 1 manganese ion is present. For balancing, it is bound to write here 2. Next, look at that, here 8 oxygen atom is present, but here no oxygen atom is present, so it is not necessary to balance the oxygen atom, because in step number 6 it is necessary to balance the atom except hydrogen and oxygen. Next is your hydrogen. In step number 6, only other atoms are balanced except hydrogen and oxygen atom, so it is not necessary to balance the hydrogen atom in this step. Next is your sulfur. There are 5 sulfur atom is present, but in product side only 1 sulfur atom is present. For balancing, it is bound to write here 5. Next step is step number 7. In step number 7, balance the oxygen and hydrogen atom. Now in step number 7, it is bound to balance the oxygen atom. For balancing the oxygen atom, we generally follow a rule like this: balance the oxygen atom by adding water molecule to the deficient side in it. In step number 6, the equation is given like this: 2MnO4 minus plus 5H2S gives 5S plus 2Mn plus 2. In this equation, in the reactant side there are 8 oxygen ions are present, but in product side there is no oxygen ions are present. That means there are 8 oxygen ions are deficient in the product side. So according to this rule, it is bound to add 8 water molecule in the product side. So it is bound to write here 8 water molecule. Next is your balance of hydrogen atom. For balancing the hydrogen atom, generally we follow 2 rules. One rule for basic medium, another rule for acidic medium. For basic medium, the rule is add water molecule to the side deficient in hydrogen atom and simultaneously add equal number of OH minus ion on the other sides of the equation. According to this rule, in this equation there are 10 hydrogen atom present in the reactant side. Here 16 hydrogen atom present in the product side. That means there are 6 hydrogen atom are deficient in the reactant side. So according to this rule, it is bound to add 6 water molecule in this side, and simultaneously it is bound to add 6 OH minus ion in the product side. But remember, according to this question, this equation is balanced in acidic medium. So only remember this rule, but this rule is not applicable for this equation, because our equation is given in acidic medium. So next I want to discuss about the rules for the acidic medium. For acidic medium, we generally follow a rule: add H plus ion to the side deficient in hydrogen atom. In step number 7a, equation is given, that is 2MnO4 minus plus 5H2S gives C5S plus 2Mn plus 2 plus 8 water. Look at that, in the reactant side there are 10 hydrogen atoms are present. In product side 16 hydrogen atoms are present. From this data it is clear that there are 6 hydrogen atoms are deficient in the reactant side. So according to this rule, it is bound to write here 6H plus, because we know that according to this rule, H plus ion is added to the side deficient in the hydrogen atom. Next is your step number 8. Balance the equation by cancelling the common species present on the other side of the equation. Look at that, in this equation there is no common species present, so the equation is the same as in step number 7. So here I can write the equation like this equation. That means I can write the equation like this: 2MnO4 minus plus 5H2S plus 6H plus gives C5S plus 2Mn plus 2 plus 8H2. Finally, we got the balanced equation. This is your balanced equation. Next I want to explain about the ion electron method. This method is also called half reaction method. Let me explain this method with an example. Balance the following redox reaction by ion electron method. Here an redox reaction is given: CrOH thrice plus IO3 minus gives I minus plus CrO4 2 minus in basic medium. For balancing such type of equation in basic medium by the help of ion electron method, we generally follow some rules. According to the rules, the first step 1 is find the elements whose oxidation number changes. For step 1, I can write the equation like this: CrOH thrice plus IO3 minus gives I minus plus CrO4 2 minus. Look at that, here oxygen having oxidation number minus 2, hydrogen having plus 1, here oxygen having also minus 2, here oxygen having also minus 2. In this equation, the element hydrogen and oxygen does not undergo change in oxidation number. But if I will think about the other element like your chromium and iodine, these two elements undergo change in oxidation number. Your chromium having plus 3 oxidation number, your iodine having plus 5 oxidation number. Look at that here, I minus having 1, that is your minus 1 oxidation number. Here chromium having plus 6 oxidation number. We know that the species which helps for the reduction is called reductant, that is your reducing agent. Look at that in this equation, CrOH thrice helps to the IO3 minus ion for the reduction. So here CrOH thrice is said to be reductant. On the other hand, IO3 minus is said to be oxidant. Next is your step number 2, separate the equation. That means separate the oxidation reaction and also reduction reaction. First is your oxidation reaction, second is your reduction reaction. Look at that, here plus 3 oxidation number is present, here plus 6 oxidation number is present. That means there is an increase in oxidation number. So CrOH thrice gives CrO4 2 minus is an oxidation reaction. So here I can write CrOH thrice gives CrO4 2 minus. On the other hand, look at that, here iodine having plus 5 oxidation number, here I minus having minus 1 oxidation number. That means there is a decrease in oxidation number. So we can think that here IO3 minus gives I minus is the reduction reaction. So here I can write IO3 minus gives I minus. In this way, we can separate this equation and divide it into two parts. One is your oxidation reaction part, second is your reduction reaction part. Step number 3, balance the atoms except hydrogen and oxygen atom. According to this rule, I can write like this. This is your oxidation reaction. This is your reduction reaction. Look at that. In oxidation reaction, the equation is given like this. CrOH thrice gives CrO4 2 minus. Here 3 types of atoms are present. One is your chromium, another is your oxygen, another is your hydrogen. According to this step, it is not necessary to balance the oxygen and hydrogen atom. So in this step, I can balance the chromium atom. Look at that, here one chromium atom is present, here one chromium atom is present. That means the reaction is already in balanced state. So I can write the equation like this equation. Similarly, think about this equation. Here IO3 minus ion gives I minus ion. Here two types of atom are present. One is your iodine, another is your oxygen. In this step, only balance the atom except hydrogen and oxygen. That means in this step, it is bound to balance the iodine atom. Look at that, here one iodine atom is present, here one I minus ion is present. That means here the number of iodine atom is equal to the number of I minus ion. So it is not necessary to balance the equation because the equation is already present in the balanced condition. So I can write the equation like this. which is already written in step number 2 for reduction reaction. Next is your step number 4. Balance the oxygen and hydrogen atom. Next step number 4 is balance the oxygen and hydrogen atom. For balancing the hydrogen and oxygen atom, we generally follow two rules. One rule belongs to the acidic medium, another rule belongs to the basic medium. For acidic medium, what is the rule? Balance the oxygen atom by adding water molecule to the side deficient in oxygen atom. Next rule is balance the hydrogen atom by adding H plus ion to the side deficient in hydrogen atom. These are the rules for balancing the redox reaction in acidic medium, but in our question, balance the redox reaction in basic medium. So we do not need the rules for the balancing of this redox reaction. Next is for basic medium. First rule is balance the oxygen atom by adding OH minus ion on the side deficient in oxygen. According to this rule, look at that here 3 oxygen atom is present, but here 4 oxygen atom is present. That means there is 1 oxygen atom deficient in the reactant side. So according to this rule, it is bound to add 1 OH minus ion in the reactant side of this reaction. So I can write like this: CrOH thrice plus 1 OH minus ion gives CrO4 2 minus. This is your oxidation reaction part. Look at that, in this equation there are 3 oxygen atom present in the reactant side. In product side there is no oxygen atom present, so it is bound to add 3 OH minus ion in the product side. I can write the reaction like this. This is your reduction reaction. I can write the reaction like this: iO3 minus gives I minus plus 3 OH minus. Next rule is to balance the hydrogen atom, add equal number of water molecule on the side deficient in hydrogen atom at the same time add equal number of OH minus ion in the opposite side. Look at that. In this equation there are 4 hydrogen atoms present in the reactant side. In the product side there is no hydrogen atom are present. So here 4 hydrogen atoms are deficient. So it is bound to add 4 water molecule in the product side. At the same time it is bound to add 4 OH minus ion in the reactant side. So I can write the equation like this: CrOH thrice plus OH minus ion plus 4 OH minus ion gives CrO4 2 minus plus 4 H2O. This is your oxidation reaction part. Look at this reaction. In this reaction 3 hydrogen atoms are present in the product side. There is no hydrogen atom present in the reactant side. That means here 3 hydrogen atoms are deficient in the reactant side. So according to this rule it is bound to add here 3 water molecule on the reactant side. At the same time it is bound to add 3 OH minus ion in the product side. So I can write the reaction part like this: iO3 minus plus 3 H2O gives I minus plus 3 OH minus plus 3 OH minus ion. That means I can write the step like this: CrOH thrice plus 5 OH minus ion gives CrO4 2 minus plus 4 H2O. I can also add the 3 OH minus ion with this 3 OH minus ion. So I can write the reaction like this: iO3 minus plus 3 H2O gives I minus plus 6 OH minus. Next is your step number 5. Equalize the charge on the both sides by adding electron to the side deficient in electron. Look at that. Your chromium having plus 3 oxidation state, your chromium having plus 6 oxidation state. That means there is a difference of 3 electron. That means when I will remove 3 electron from Cr plus 3 ion, then Cr plus 3 ion converted into Cr plus 6 ion. We can also write the equation like this: Cr plus 3 gives Cr plus 6 plus 3 electron. From this equation it is clear that it is bound to add 3 electron in the product side of this equation. So according to this rule I can write the equation like this: CrOH thrice plus 5 OH minus ion gives CrO4 2 minus plus 4 H2O plus 3 electron. Look at that. Here iodine having plus 5 oxidation state, here iodine having minus 1 oxidation state. That means I can convert the I5 ion into I minus ion by adding 6 electron with the I5 ion. From this it is clear that I can write the reaction like this: iO3 minus plus 3 H2O plus 6 electron gives I minus plus 6 OH minus. Next is your step number 6. multiply each half reaction by such numbers so that the number of electron lost is equal to the number of electron gained. That means by this step we can able to cancel the electrons by multiplying some digits with the both equation. Look at that, here 3 electron is present, here 6 electron is present. When I will multiply 2 with this equation, then here 6 electron is present. Now I can cancel this 6 electron with this 6 electron. So for cancellation of the electron, it is bound to multiply 2 with this equation. So I can write the equation like this: CrOH thrice plus 5 OH minus gives CrO4 2 minus plus 4 H2O plus 3 electron multiplied with 2. This is your oxidation part. I can write the equation like this: 2 CrOH thrice plus 10 OH minus gives 2 CrO4 2 minus plus 8 H2O plus 6 electron. I can write the reduction reaction like this: IO3 minus plus 3 H2O plus 6 electron gives I minus plus 6 OH minus. When I will add these two equations, then I can cancel this 6 electron with this 6 electron. Next I can write the step number 7. Add the two half reaction. The resulting equation is the balanced equation. Now add these two equations, then I can write 2 CrOH thrice plus IO3 minus. Look at that, here 10 OH minus ion are present, here 6 OH minus ion are present. After addition, I can write here 4 OH minus ion. Look at that, here 3 water molecule is present, here 8 water molecule is present. After addition, I can write 5 water molecule in the product side. Now the 6 electrons are cancelled with each other. Next, I can write here 2 CrO4 2 minus plus I minus. Here I can write 5 water molecule. This is the balanced equation by ion electron method. This is all about for this class. Thank you. Have a nice day.